For centuries, the oceans have been silent witnesses to the rise and fall of global powers. The strength of a nation's navy has always been a measure of its influence. In the early days, Britain ruled the waves, but history turned after World War II, and the United States claimed the throne. What has kept the U.S. Navy as the unchallenged force for so long? Among many reasons, one stands out: its fleet of nuclear-powered aircraft carriers. But is it just their number that matters, or is there something more? What makes them so untouchable that they still dominate even in an age of hypersonic missiles and stealth technology? In 2025, a game-changer has arrived: the Gerald R. Ford-class aircraft carrier, a $100 billion marvel, finally ready to redefine naval warfare. This isn't just a ship, it's a fortress of innovation, a floating testament to cutting-edge technology. But with such a massive investment, can it live up to its promise? What makes it worth the price tag? And how will it defend itself in a world bristling with advanced threats? Let's dive into this floating fortress's legacy, technology, and its future in a rapidly evolving world. The concept of an aircraft carrier wasn't born overnight. It started with a bold idea: to create a floating airfield capable of launching and recovering aircraft anywhere in the world. The Americans pioneered this vision, and the first chapter was written in 1910 when an aircraft took off from the deck of a warship for the first time. Imagine the audacity of that experiment, where an airplane launched off a wooden platform atop the USS Birmingham. Just 5 years later, the introduction of the catapult system brought precision and power to the concept. Over the decades, the United States refined this technology, transitioning from rudimentary carriers like the CV-1 Langley, essentially a coal ship retrofit, to today's advanced nuclear-powered giants. By the time World War II erupted, aircraft carriers had proven their worth, becoming the deciding factor in numerous battles. Each iteration brought innovation, resilience, and firepower. From wooden decks to nuclear reactors, from propeller-driven planes to stealth fighters, the evolution has been nothing short of revolutionary. And now in 2025, the Gerald R. Ford class represents the pinnacle of this century-long journey. Let's talk about the crown jewel of the U.S. Navy. At first glance, the Gerald R. Ford class might seem like just another carrier, but don't let its exterior fool you. This is no ordinary ship. It's a technological leap decades in the making. Capable of operating for 50 years without needing nuclear refueling, it's designed to dominate for generations. This floating fortress isn't just about brute strength, it's about finesse. It can carry up to 90 aircraft, including the cutting-edge F-35C fighter jets and a fleet of UAVs. With its state-of-the-art electromagnetic launch systems, planes can take off with unprecedented efficiency and speed. The days of steam catapults are over, replaced by an electromagnetic system that's smoother, faster, and less prone to wear and tear. But what truly sets this carrier apart is its artificial intelligence integration. From energy management to real-time tactical command, this ship doesn't just participate in battle, it orchestrates it. Imagine a carrier that can anticipate threats, optimize its operations, and adapt to rapidly changing battlefield conditions without skipping a beat. It's not just a warship, it's a command center, a symbol of technological supremacy. And then there's its defensive capabilities. High-energy laser systems and electromagnetic railguns promise to counter the threats of tomorrow. But power comes at a cost. The daily expense of maintaining just one strike group runs into millions of dollars. Multiply that by the 10 active groups the U.S. Navy operates, and the numbers become staggering. This raises an uncomfortable question. How long can the U.S. sustain this financial burden? The power of these groups lies in their flexibility. Whether it's responding to a humanitarian crisis or deterring aggression in a contested region, carrier strike groups can be deployed at a moment's notice. Their speed, reach, and versatility make them the Swiss Army knives of naval warfare. But are they enough to face the threats of the modern era? Here's a sobering thought. No ship, no matter how advanced, is entirely invulnerable. Back in 2005, the USS America, a retired aircraft carrier, was used in a survivability test. It endured weeks of relentless, simulated attacks, from torpedoes to cruise missiles. It took extraordinary punishment, but it eventually succumbed. The lessons from that test informed the design of modern carriers, but they also proved a critical point. Even the mightiest can fall. Today's carriers are shielded by multi-layered defenses, from long-range interceptors to close-range missile systems. However, emerging threats like China's DF-21D, the world's first anti-ship ballistic missile, challenge this dominance. With a range of over 1,000 miles and a maneuverable warhead, it poses a credible threat to carrier strike groups. The Gerald R. Ford is equipped to counter such dangers, but can it truly eliminate them? It's not just missiles. Submarines equipped with advanced torpedoes and stealth capabilities are another persistent threat. Despite their layers of defense, carriers rely heavily on their support ships and aircraft for survival. The question remains, in an era of asymmetrical warfare, can these massive vessels continue to dominate? Aircraft carriers are more than just war machines. They're symbols of geopolitical influence. They're floating reminders of American power, often serving as deterrents without firing a single shot. However, maintaining this symbol comes with its own set of challenges. Critics argue that the U.S. Navy's heavy reliance on carriers makes it vulnerable in an age of asymmetric warfare. Hypersonic missiles, drone swarms, and advanced submarines are reshaping the battlefield. So should the Navy continue to invest in carriers, or is it time to prioritize other technologies? Proponents counter that carriers remain indispensable. Their ability to project power, provide air support, and serve as mobile command centers cannot be easily replaced. As global tensions rise, the presence of a carrier strike group in contested waters can deter aggression and reassure allies. But as the costs climb and threats evolve, the debate intensifies. The future of aircraft carriers is uncertain, but one thing is clear: they won't look like what we see today. Military experts suggest reducing the number of active carriers to free up resources for hypersonic missiles and AI-powered systems. Yet, even as the debate rages on, the Gerald R. Ford remains a testament to American ingenuity. Will carriers continue to dominate, or are they relics of a bygone era? Perhaps the answer lies in adapting their role rather than abandoning them altogether. They might evolve into multi-role platforms, integrating offensive capabilities with advanced surveillance and AI-driven decision-making. The Gerald R. Ford-class aircraft carrier isn't just a ship, it's a symbol of what's possible when technology meets ambition. As the U.S. Navy sails into the future, the question isn't whether carriers will remain relevant, but how they will redefine relevance itself. What do you think? Are carriers like the Gerald Ford the future of naval dominance, or is it time to chart a new course? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Your engagement helps us continue bringing you these fascinating stories. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.